It does taste a bit like someone accidentally used sugar instead of salt for the mashed potatoes. What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you've seen my previous video, you know that I recently tried American fall drinks for the first time because fall is such a festive season here in the US, and another holiday that's coming up is Thanksgiving. Coming from Europe, I've never actually celebrated Thanksgiving, which also means I've never tried any of the traditional fall desserts that you usually have after the big meal. As far as I know, you eat a lot of pies as dessert, like sweet potato pie, pumpkin pie, pecan pie, and to be honest, I've barely had any pie ever at all my life. I'm going to be heading to Earth Cafe for these pastries because they offer pretty much all of them. I'm also going to check out some pumpkin spice desserts, take all of these out with me, find a comfortable spot, and review them for you guys. This is a real first for me, so I'm very interested to see how all of these flavors combine and if I'm going to like them at all. So without much more talking, let's get into it. To me, sweet potato is still something savory. I have never had sweet potato in the desserts, so I'm extremely interested to see how that's going to go. All right, guys, we're back at Earth Cafe. Okay guys, I picked up all of my pastries from Earth Cafe. Now let's find a comfortable spot and taste test all of them. Alright everybody, I found a comfortable spot and now it's time to dig in and taste test all of the pastries. I ended up picking up 5 different pastries. 5. I think they also gave me a fork and a knife and a napkin. The first dessert I'm going to be trying is a pecan pie. Here it is. I'm actually a big fan of pecans, but I don't think I've ever had them in a pie. I can already tell that this looks like something I would enjoy, so let's dig in. And I do think this counts as a traditional Thanksgiving dessert. The pecans are quite solid, right? You can't cut through them. Oh wow, I don't know if you can see this, probably not, but wait a second, give me 1 second. There's really everything in that bite. They did not joke around with the pecans. There are plenty of pecans in there. It looks very nice and moist and juicy. It's very good. It's very nutty. It tastes a bit like a block of butter, but in the best way possible. I completely see why this is a comfort food. Absolutely delicious. By the way, for all of these desserts, if I don't end up liking any of these, of course that can also only mean that I don't like the way Earth Cafe made them. I'm sure that especially with these traditional desserts, each household has their own recipe, so please don't take anything personal if you like some of these and I might not. Anyways, let's rate a pecan pie out of 10. To be honest, not too sweet, a bit heavy, but as expected. So I would definitely give the pecan pie a good 7 out of 10. I can definitely see myself eating this instead of some other random cake. Good job, I recommend a pecan pie. The next dessert I picked up that I'll be reviewing probably isn't a classic, but I picked it up anyways. It's a pumpkin spice cheesecake. I have mixed feelings about this one because I don't know how artificial it's gonna be. But either way, I'm gonna try it. Here it is. Let's see. It smells like coffee and pumpkin. I mean, they garnished it beautifully. They like a little whipped cream on top. I will tell myself it's there for some reason, so I will eat the whipped cream with the actual piece that I'll be trying. Ooh, this is a very generous one. Oh look, it has a crunchy bottom. Okay. Yeah, this is probably not my favorite. I do like cheesecake, but the pumpkin flavor kind of throws it off. It tastes very savory. Actually, the aftertaste is nicer than the actual taste itself, but my first thought for some reason was balsamic vinegar. I don't know why. I will give it another try. I do like the crunchy bottom. Very creamy, but yeah, I don't think I'll be ordering this one again. Let's rate it out of 10. I would give the pumpkin cheesecake probably like a 4. It's not horrible. I could eat this right now. I could finish it. It's very nice and creamy. I think you can even see the fluff. But overall, the flavors just aren't for me. The next dessert I'm going to be tasting is a sweet potato pie. I know for a fact that this is also a classic Thanksgiving dessert. And like I mentioned earlier, I have never had sweet potato as a sweet or like as a dessert. I've only had it as sweet potato fries or as a side on an actual dish. I'm very interested to see how it goes. Here it is. Aww. Sorry, you guys. It's alright. This does look very promising as well. I love that they put more crunch on the top. I love crunchy and creamy stuff combined. Textures are a lot in a dessert. And there's also a pecan covered in I have no idea what this is. This is not honey. This is probably just sugar and water. Look at this. Ooh. Ugh. Not the best first impression. It also has a crunchy bottom. Alright, the texture is very nice because you have something to chew. It tastes a bit like mashed potatoes. Overall, it does taste a bit like someone accidentally used sugar instead of salt for the mashed potatoes, but that doesn't make it bad. The textures are very nice. It is a bit too sweet for my taste, but that could also just be the first bite. No, the second bite is definitely also too sweet. Let's rate a sweet potato pie out of 10. I would give the sweet potato pie probably a 6 because I did prefer the pecan pie, but it's a great dessert and I'm sure that some recipes with less sugar will be much more at my alley than this specific version right here. The fourth dessert I'm going to be reviewing is a pumpkin spice pound cake. I have actually tried this specific cake before. In my video from last week where I tried American fall drinks, I said that I accidentally tried a pumpkin spice pound cake at some point because normal pound cake wasn't available anymore. This is it. This, before last week's video, was the only experience I've ever had with pumpkin spice, and it was a very pleasant one. I'm going to dig in either way and review it. The nice thing is I kind of know what's coming. This is very delicious. Not too sweet. The pumpkin spice is very obvious. Textures are great because of the crumble on top. This is a great cake. It's moist, not too moist. It's dry, but not too dry. You can really dig in. You could actually eat 3 slices of this. Let's rate the pumpkin spice pound cake out of 10. I would give the pumpkin spice pound cake probably an 8. I have to say, even though it's not a traditional dessert, I would eat this cake over a pecan pie just because it feels like more in your mouth and it's not as heavy as the pecan pie. But that doesn't mean it's literally better than it. That's just my personal liking. So anyways, very good. Last but not least, I'm going to be trying a pumpkin pie. Believe it or not, I know it's globally known. I've never had a pumpkin pie in my life. It's traditionally eaten with whipped cream, which is also why they gave me a pack of whipped cream. Looks a bit like McDonald's takeout, but fulfills its purpose. Here is the ginormous slice of pumpkin pie. It smells sour. Is this even whipped cream? Maybe it's some vanilla sauce. No, plain whipped cream. Let's take a slice of pumpkin pie. You can see the different layers. Very interesting. I've met a lot of people who have said that pumpkin pie is their favorite dessert. I can't wait to find out what the hype is about. Let's dive in with the whipped cream. This looks like it's going to be a fair test. It's not happening. It's definitely not bad. I don't think I'm a fan of the consistency of the pumpkin mousse or whatever it is. It's a bit too fluffy for me, if that makes sense. It almost tastes like, I don't want to be unappetizing, but it reminds me a bit of something that has already been in your stomach, and I don't think the color helps. It tastes a bit like pumpkin, but overall it's just like a sweet yet sour and savory mousse. It does work well with the whipped cream and it's not an unpleasant dessert. So let's rate the Earth pumpkin pie because I'm sure each American household has their own pumpkin pie recipe. For me, the Earth pumpkin pie gets also a 4 or a 5 out of 10. Pick whichever one you prefer. It's definitely not my favorite, but it's alright. If you consider the rating, the pumpkin spice pound cake is my favorite, but I also really did enjoy the pecan pie and also the sweet potato pie was alright. I do not need pumpkin pie or pumpkin spice cheesecake, but if they're served at a beautiful Thanksgiving dinner, I will definitely have a slice as well. So all of them are most definitely enjoyable. I think this was a great experience. Like I said earlier, I'm sure that there are 1,000 variations to each one of these desserts. I just tried Earth's version, and I think it gave me a good overview, considering that I was new to basically all of them. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know which one is your favorite fall dessert. Do you have a place that I should try out that maybe serves better pumpkin pie or similar things? Just drop it down below. I can also try these places out off camera. I am really happy for any suggestions. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed coming with me and take care. Bye.